Talk to me, Boulder.
I know what I know.
We're chopping up with our guy TJ from College Football Addiction. TJ, thank you so much for pulling up, per the usual, to talk to the people. I ain't got a chance to talk to you about Travis Hunter. You dropped a video. I didn't really get a chance to drop a video. I was ended up doing some traveling and just let the people enjoy the moment. But Travis gets the Heisman. There's pushback and hate. There's also a bunch of praise. So you get a lot of both. It feels like it's a good 50-50 when it comes to it. What does Travis Hunter winning this Heisman mean for Coach Prime's legacy there at Colorado, as well as potentially, do you see there's a chance that they could get another person at that level?
Well, there's certainly a chance they can get another person at that level. The idea of superstars going to play for Coach Prime is certainly not exhausted with Travis Hunter. Now, I don't think that Jordan Seaton can win a Heisman, but like, this isn't his first 5-star and it won't be his last, right? You pulled Travis Hunter and you pulled Seaton. Like, he's going to continue to do this and continue to get really elite talent. And because of what they're doing there, you're always going to have the spotlight. I spoke with somebody about this. I do think that the Coach Prime effect both hurt and helped Travis Hunter. I think it helped him in the fact of some of what the haters are mad about, like the Coach Prime bubble, the Coach Prime storyline. The Heisman, to me, is not only the most outstanding player, you kind of need a good story to go with it, right? You can be the most outstanding player on a 2-10 team, or if that has helped quarterbacks so often, right? A 13-0 quarterback is going to win the Heisman outside of Gabriel this year, if there's nobody else that jumps up and takes that thing, right? They'll just give it to the best player on the best team. And so some of that helps Travis, but some of it hurt him too, because there were media members and there is, the public that voted against Travis just because he was on Coach Prime's team, just because he was part of this media bubble that is the Colorado Bufflaoes right now. And so all that said, if somebody else comes out and has a superstar type year like Hunter had, they're going to benefit from the Coach Prime effect, just like Travis did. And the talent is not slowing down in Boulder. The talent is not getting weaker in Boulder. If anything, the total team talent is going to continue to increase. And so you absolutely could have somebody that does this again. I'm not predicting anybody off this team, but you never know, man. You never know what could happen in a Coach Prime-led team.
Yeah, that's a fair point. And the way that Prime is hitting this portal, man, and you're seeing that, I'm looking at, let me see, your 4 players that made the Heisman finalists, 5 guys actually that got some votes. You had, of course, Travis Hunter, Ashton Jeanty, you had Cam Ward, Dylan Gabriel, and then Cameron Scattaboo, who actually ended up getting some votes. This is what's interesting about that, TJ. I think it's 4 out of the 5 were transfers. I'm not sure if Jeanty transferred into Boise State, but Travis Hunter, of course, coming from Jackson. Dylan Gabriel moved around from UCF, Oklahoma, over into Oregon. Cam Ward, Incarnate Word, Washington State, across to Miami. Scattaboo came from FCS. I can't think of the name of the school, but then he moved into Arizona State. So, point being, Jeanty was the only one that was at one. It appears to be at one school. I'm not sure if he did transfer or not. I'm wondering if Coach Prime can find that next phenom in the portal and get them there. And to be honest, with the numbers that Shedeur Sanders put up, he probably should have been up there too and had the conversation, but we won't go too far into that. We talked about Caden Salter in another video. I wonder if, with his ability of dual threat, could Prime and Pat Shurmur make him into somebody?
Yeah, and for me, quarterback is just kind of the easy one. Like, all you have to do, and I'm not taking away from Dylan Gabriel or Cam Ward at all, but if you put up, if your team is winning, like if you win 10-plus games, your quarterback has put up good numbers. Like, nobody has a bad quarterback and wins 10-plus games. And so if Colorado, if Travis Hunter wasn't on this team, Shedeur is probably his replacement there, because I do think that some of the Travis Hunter hype and the way he played kind of took away from the hype around Shador, not justified or unjustified, whatever, however you want to look at that. But just, it's hard for both players to, like, how many MVP votes did Kobe get when Shaq was on that team? Like, it's just tough.
Right.
There's two guys on the same team. Same thing with LeBron and D-Wade down in Miami. Like, it's hard for two guys to get all that attention, all that focus. So if Travis wouldn't have been there, Shador would have absolutely, he had better numbers than Gabriel. Like, he would have been there in New York. But I think some of the Travis Hunter hype kind of is what hurt him from the media perspective, from the voting perspective. But all that said, if Salter was to put up a year like he did 2 years ago at Liberty, at Colorado this year, and they were to win 10, 11 games, he would be there, right? Does he win the thing? I don't know. A 13-0 quarterback is probably going to beat out a 11-2 quarterback or whatever it ends up being.
Yeah.
But if that happens and he has some monster games, Salter could absolutely be considered. I haven't looked at all of the early odds for him, but don't be surprised when we get to August if Caden Salter isn't listed in the top 10 or so possible Heismans early in the year.
Yeah, no, you're right. And I saw that one of the betting services had put that up. We've got to look that up and talk about that here in the near future. But let's put a bow on the Travis Hunter season and career here, man. Like, All-American, he's hitting All-Americans, all-purpose, as a wide receiver, as a cornerback. He's won, 7 awards, and it feels like they keep rolling in. Just how impactful has he been for Colorado and honestly the nation? Because it seems like now he's created something that kids are trying their hardest to do. It feels like he's not only just a cultural impact, like he's borderline changing college football with, I'm seeing kids say, I want to be Travis Hunter and play both sides of the ball. Now, the question is, are they willing to work as hard as Travis Hunter did? Because I think that's the one thing that is underrated about him is that dude lives, eats, sleeps, and breathes football. So it's kind of easier for him because he doesn't do all the other stuff that comes with his fame. He's so focused on the game that he can do that. But just how big has it been having Travis Hunter in Colorado and just in college football in general?
Yeah, I mean, he's the face of the sport. I mean, like, everybody wants to talk about this, that, and the other. Like, when you think about players, like, he is the face. And to have that on your team is massive. And obviously, he was only here for 2 years. He's gone now. Like, he's not going to continue to be the face of college football. It might be Arch or somebody else going forward. But, like, he is the face of the sport. He was the center athlete on the new video game that came out. He was the one that everyone talks about. He lived up to the hype. Remember the Madden curse? There was no NCAA curse this year. He won the Heisman after being put on the front of the cover, and he was the one that everyone talked about, and he lived up to every expectation that you could have ever had. When Hayes Fawcett tweeted that he was going to Colorado, he tweeted Heisman loading. And if you go back and look at the replies to that, people thought that was the most hilarious thing ever. People thought that, oh my gosh, look at this insane kid thinks he can win a Heisman at Colorado. And then with all the doubt and all the hate and everything else, he went out and did it. And so, and even when you look at the Heisman, people, oh, Genty this or Ashton Genty had a great year. And any other year, he should have won the Heisman. But we gave the Heisman to the best player in college football. We gave it to the most outstanding player, like we're supposed to do. We're not supposed to consider who they play for or who their record was or this, that, and the other. He was the most outstanding player. It wasn't close, and he lived up to every expectation that anyone had for him and probably exceeded every expectation that anyone outside of himself or Coach Prime had for him. You really can't. I could talk about this for 15 more minutes, and I still don't know that I would do it justice because you really can't put into words how special he truly was at Colorado and how special I think he's going to continue to be. Like you said, he is the person that everyone is trying to emulate now. You've got current college football players saying, I'll come back to Alabama, but I want to play both sides of the ball. This is not impacting young kids that are learning and playing this sport and growing up. It is impacting current college athletes. It reminds me of when Kobe was an older statesman. I know, second basketball reference here today. When Kobe was an older statesman and guys were just like, dude, I grew up watching you. I grew up wanting to be you. Guys were bringing Kobe their sneakers to sign while they were playing against him. And so you've got current college athletes now asking to do what Travis Hunter has done because we've never seen anything like it before. Don't pull out in 2002 when this one guy caught 3 passes and he was a cornerback, but because he played 14 snaps on offense, like it's the same. No, we've never seen this before. There's never been anything like this. I think you probably have to go back to like the 1910s when there were guys in service academies playing both sides of the ball. This has never been done before. And being very honest with you, not only did Travis work harder than everybody else, not only did Travis, do all those, like, I don't know that we'll ever see it again because just the amount of insane drive and work and then just God-given talent. Like, let's not kid ourselves. Like, God spent a little extra time on Travis when he was putting that one together. But I don't know that we'll ever see something like that again, and certainly not anytime in the near future.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. It's one of those things that you probably won't see having a transcendent player like that. I mean, he goes, like you said, making basketball reference, he's in the arena of a Steph Curry, of a LeBron James, where you get to see people change to Kobe Bryant, just doing something that others think they can do until they actually go out there and do it. And like, wait, no, I can't do that. I mean, Steph Curry's probably the best one ever since Steph Curry stepped on the basketball court in the NBA and really started to show up with, him and Clay being the Splash Brothers. It literally got to the point where every kid wants to shoot a three-pointer. Well, the league has changed to that. And for Travis Hunter, the question is, can he play both sides of the ball at the NFL level? And Patrick Surtain the second has already said, yeah, he could do it. He's talented enough. He can make that happen. Now the question is how effective will he be able to be at both sides? Because no matter what, it's exhausting. And then the higher you go up, it gets tougher. But, man, if he eats, sleeps, and breathes the game like that to where he is ingesting in his body the proper nutrients to make sure that he is at peak performance at all times, there's no way we're not going to be able to say that that he was one of the greatest players to ever play the game. Man, we had TJ here from College Football Addiction. TJ, man, I appreciate you pulling up. Let the people know where they can find you.
Yeah, like you said, College Football Addiction here on YouTube. You can come check us out. We do a lot of national stuff, but we throw some Buffs love in there once or twice a week too. So come check us out, College Football Addiction. If you have another team you support in addition to Coach Prime, we probably talk about your team too. So come hang out with us.
Yep, it's right in the description below. So thank y'all for pulling up. We'll have some more videos coming down the line. So just stick around. Me and TJ is going to do a lot more mashups, and we'll talk soon.